ladies and gentlemen. Many of you met me back in August. I came here and I was a speaker. And then the fake news biased media did reports all over the newspapers in Southeast Pennsylvania that Joe Gale spoke to a hate group. The Southern Poverty Law Center told all of you a hate group. And I don't know, an organization that starts off with a prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance is not a hate group in my book. And it's a prayer to tell you all again, and be with like-minded conservatives. I'm running for Lieutenant Governor of Pennsylvania to give people like you a choice. That's what I did for Montgomery County Commissioner. I currently serve as Montgomery County Commissioner, the third largest county in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, with over 825,000 residents. It's next to the city of Philadelphia and Allegheny County, where Pittsburgh is. We're number 3 in population. I was elected in 2015 in what was considered the biggest upset in Pennsylvania that year. I beat the Republican Party establishment. I didn't have the backing of the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. And I ran because the Montgomery County Republican Committee endorsed a board member of Planned Parenthood, the Republican Party. And I thought that was outrageous, and I wanted to give conservatives a clear conservative choice. So I had the courage to run against the establishment and give people a choice. And everybody said, Joe, you're too young, you're never going to win. Joe, you need $1 million, you're never going to win. Joe, the pro-lifers that wave signs on the street corners are not going to help you win. And guess what? I now have the honor of serving as Montgomery County Commissioner. We proved them all wrong because people like you, people like me, are fed up with the Republican Party and the wishy-washy, gutless rhino Republicans that vote like liberal Democrats. I'm a conservative that walks the walk, and I keep thumbing the eye of the establishment. I don't give a damn about the Republican Party. I run against the establishment. That's why Donald Trump was elected president. I was the first elected official in Pennsylvania that formally endorsed Donald Trump because he has backbone. And you deserve a fighter. And in Washington, you deserve a fighter in county government, and you deserve a fighter in Harrisburg. And I would like to be that fighter for you in the lieutenant governor position. I will go there and, quote-unquote, drain the swamp. I will continue to thumb them in the eye. I will hold not only the liberal Democrats accountable, but also the rhino Republicans. And we saw an example of that with the last Republican majority in Harrisburg under Governor Tom Corbett. He was a Republican governor, had a Republican majority in the state House and the state Senate, and the legacy of that administration was giving Pennsylvania the highest gas tax in the whole entire nation. Over 50 cents per gallon is taxed at the pump, and that was the Republicans that gave us that tax. They failed to do property tax reform. They couldn't do Senate Bill 76 for over 12 years. They were talking about that. They couldn't do prevailing wage reform. They couldn't do paycheck protection. They couldn't privatize the liquor stores. They failed to uphold traditional marriage between a man and a woman. They couldn't uphold the voter ID law. They left us with a whopping tax. And that's something I'm critical of the Republicans for doing. And as Montgomery County Commissioner, I'm one of the sole county commissioners throughout the Commonwealth to oppose the increase in the vehicle registration fee, which was a provision of the Corbett Gas Tax Act 89. And like I said, I walk the walk. And I will hold rhino Republicans and the liberal Democrats accountable in the lieutenant governor position. And I'll hold the Republican governor accountable. Also, it's its own separate primary, and that's the way it should be. I'm tired of the political establishment ramming candidates down our throats. I'm tired of gubernatorial candidates handpicking hypothetical running mates. There's 3.2 million registered Republicans in this Commonwealth. You all deserve to pick who the nominee is, not the establishment and not governor candidates. I had enough of politics as usual. I'm going to end politics as usual, and I bring a new level of energy to change the culture of Harrisburg. A lot of people criticize me. They don't know what the hell to say about me because thank God I have no criminal record. I'm a solid conservative. I vote to oppose property tax increases. I expose backroom deals and corruption in the county courthouse. I have no baggage. They bring up my age. There's an age requirement for lieutenant governor. And if you read the Pennsylvania Constitution, it says one must be 30 years of age to assume the role of lieutenant governor. I interpret the words assume the role of to mean to take the oath of office and become lieutenant governor. Not to be a candidate for lieutenant governor or to be elected lieutenant governor, to assume the role of. So I would turn 30 years old 2 months after the swearing-in date. I'd have to wait 2 months to take office. And the pro temp board of the Pennsylvania State Senate would act as lieutenant governor during that 2-month period. There's already a process in place to fill the void. And I can tell you this after traveling the state, The general public does not give a damn about 2 months because for decades we've had an endless cycle of corruption, of scandal, and total dysfunction. There's people much more mature than me. Obviously, this lady's more mature than me. She has an issue with my age. She did an interview on PCN recently. It was so boring, a half-hour interview, I could barely watch it. And at the end, they asked her about her primary opponents. She takes one jab at one primary opponent, me, and she makes an issue of my age, and says I give convoluting answers regarding my age issue. I have been on the same message from the day I announced about my age. This lady has run for governor in 1990, lost. 1994, lost. 1998, lost. Ran for the United States Senate in 2010, lost. So please give me a break. This woman doesn't have a chance. She brings no energy to this ticket. It's time for her to pass the torch. And you deserve conservatives that have backbone and a proven ability to win, a proven ability to fight for you, and a key area of the state. Because guess what? Beating Tom Wolf is a big task. And I have to be on that ticket where I have a big base of following of conservatives where 40% of the electorate is. Southeastern Pennsylvania, that 5-county region, is 40% of the statewide electorate. That's where my support is, and I'm going to have the proven ability to energize them and get them out to vote. So I have to be on that ticket in the general election in order to win. And age is not an issue. I mentioned dysfunction. They can't even pass a damn budget in Harrisburg. 3 years in a row, there's a budget stalemate. We send them there to pass the budget. They can't do it. And age does not equal common sense and moral character, and they're the values that my parents taught us growing up. And that's what you deserve from elected officials. I'm getting tired of every time you open the newspaper of elected officials going to prison. And we see a lot in Harrisburg. Look at the former state treasurer, Rob McCord, pled guilty of extortion. He's gone. Our former attorney general, Kathleen Kane, was arrested. Supposed to be the chief prosecutor of law enforcement. She's gone. There were state Supreme Court justices that sent pornography on government-issued emails. They're gone. The former district attorney in Philadelphia, Seth Williams, is in prison. Former congressman of Philadelphia is in prison. I have 1 minute to go. My point is, those people did not have common sense and they did not have moral character. And it's an endless cycle of dysfunction, corruption, and scandal, and you deserve better. The endorsed candidate for this position, Lieutenant Governor, is the definition of a rhino. He donates to Democrats, has a record of 20 years donating to Democrats. He donated the board member of Planned Parenthood, who I beat my primary. He actively worked against me. The guy's an entrenched political insider who has a long-time history of colluding with Democrats. That's the last type of person we need, and this guy is bad news. And I'm proud of the fact that I'm unendorsed. I'm proud of the fact that I'm not teamed up with a gubernatorial candidate. I want to be your candidate for Lieutenant Governor. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Okay, folks, we're not going to give you folks a turn. And as I said last month, you can frame your question and ask your question, but you don't need 4 speeches. That was their job. And I would appreciate if we don't filibuster the questions to get as many as we can. You ask a question to either one, but both can answer it. If the question is directed to one, the other person will have a chance to respond as well. So with that in mind, where's the questions? Here we go.
Hi folks, my name is Dean Klopp, co-founder of Pennsylvania Liberty Alliance and Post County Patriot. Joe, you said a lot tonight. I just wonder if respect is in your family values, because I can't believe the way you just treated a lady that's accomplished more in her lifetime than you probably ever will. And I'm ashamed of you. But that's my question. My question is regarding my 2 sons. They have to be 17 and 20 years of age. And my youngest son, he's looking at colleges right now for him. He's looking at sociology, maybe going into politics, I'm not sure. But he's very upset that he will not have a chance to vote in the primary. He doesn't turn 18 until 2 months after the primary election. He cannot register to vote. And I said, you know what, Devin, I'm going to see a man tonight that thinks that we should disregard ages and laws and our Constitution, and I'm going to ask him for input on that. The other thing is my 20-year-old son who is attending Waynesburg University, and he hangs around with college-age kids, so he'll get in trouble. Underage
Davis,
drinking.
question.
There was just a fellow that was busted for underage drinking in Westboro University. He pled with the cop that he would not turn 20, that he would turn 21 in another couple months. Guess what? He just got cited. So, Joe, and I'd like to hear your background as well, how you feel about that. Okay.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a prime example of exactly what I'm talking about. This guy is part of this campaign, part of the Luxit campaign. It's no shock that he would get up and say that. I heard, and exactly my point. There's one issue they bring up about me, my age. Guess what? The general public doesn't care about 2 months. So I'm sorry, it's not going to work. Other than that, you have no question. That's my answer. So you're part of this campaign, and I think you should have identified that before you got up and asked a stupid question.